Welcome back, Shimboners. On today's pod, we will be discussing a few things. We've got the Intra-club from a couple of days, last night's State of Origin, and a new segment that we will be debuting right here later on in the show. To help me break it all down and discuss the various subjects for today, we've got the big chief, the man of the people. Chief, how are we?
Yeah, great, Baz. We had a win. First win of the year.
Heard the song?
Heard the song? Yeah, it was fantastic. Seriously, what did DP say? What did Dennis say?
It's war without weapons.
Not when you're dancing with your sister. That's an inter-club. We're dancing with our sister. And a bit like last year, the sister being the orange team, they led.
Oh,
They,
jeez,
they, they
please.
led the dance. They changed it to Swifty music. They took over there for a while. And what did we win by? We, the blue team, the A team, won by about 15, I think.
Yeah, it was a bit too close for
Too
comfort.
close for comfort, a bit like last year, as I said. Yeah, the sister stood up.
But we'll be going into that in greater detail, of course, and talk about some of the players whose stock really rose, and
Yep.
some who might have just had the opportunity there and didn't fully grasp it. So we'll cut into that in a bit more detail a bit later on in the show. I just want to say thank you to everyone who has subscribed on YouTube. Continue to do that, please. It's the best way to support the show. It doesn't cost anything. It takes about 10 seconds. Right below where I'm pointing here, there should be a subscribe. Please do that. And the bigger the show gets, the more content we'll be able to put out and get some better lighting. Might get some north curtains. We got a bit of
Well, yeah,
feedback.
we're still using the flag, but yeah, we got the GoFundMe page going for the curtains, so
Yeah.
see what we can do.
Right. So let's firstly, before we get to the intra club, let's talk about State of Origin last night. Obviously, we both watched it.
Yep.
The main focus for us was to get Big X, see how he goes, and get him through unscathed was the priority. But what were your thoughts? I know we sort of differ here a little bit, but what did you think of State of Origin's return last night?
Oh, I didn't mind it. It was quite an open game. It was good skills, as you'd expect, with the best players in the country playing. Well, obviously, there's notable absences if you're from South Australia or any state other than Victoria or Western Australia, you weren't involved. But it was pretty good standard, good crowd. But I had one dog in the fight, and when he wasn't playing, it was like scroll through the phone time.
Yeah, righto.
But I love the crunching tackle he did on Cozzy.
That was awesome. That was the moment, and he slotted that goal as well.
Ah, yeah,
Took some good
fantastic.
marks. I thought he played quite well, X. I've got his stats somewhere. I'll pull up in a second, but took some strong marks. The only concern I had. He ran under the ball a few times at the centre throw up, so obviously that's going to take a bit of adjusting for the rucks. But he looked a bit confused at times, and Cameron sort of just stood there and tapped it down to the WA side. But you mentioned the best of the best. Now, there's a bit of talk, nothing confirmed, that our man, the Shees, might have been asked to play, but chose not to. So clearly, it couldn't be the best of the best without him
Oh,
running
exactly.
running around out there.
Oh, yeah, I agree. He should have been in the team. No doubt about that.
Right, so shout out to the true NMFC on X, who's put a little breakdown of X's stats. So he played 53% of game time, and obviously he played forward a bit as well, so factor
Yep.
that in. But he had nine disposals at 89% disposal efficiency, nine hitouts, four marks, five score involvements, and of course he kicked that goal as well.
Yeah.
And led the song after the game for the Big V. No one knew the words. That was an absolute shit show, but good to see Big Xy lead it.
Well, it's the same tune, isn't it? I didn't watch that
It
bit. It's
is,
the same
yeah.
tune as the Mighty Shinbone, so obviously no wonder he led. He probably sang the North. Out we come.
Yeah.
Out we
No,
come.
they did. They started.
Yeah, I know. That's the same words changed to
Mm,
fit North or Victoria.
yeah.
Right.
So that was State of Origin. I thought it was pretty good, and I'd like to see more of it.
I got sick of BT banging on about State of Origin's back. He said it every chance he got. Obviously, it was came from higher up at Channel 7, so they get it locked into the schedule. And don't tell us that it's back. We'll work out whether we like it or not. Don't you bang on about it every 5 minutes. That's what really annoyed me. That's why when X wasn't there, I sort of drifted
Yeah.
off a
Well,
bit.
you wouldn't have wanted to watch the post show because every player they interviewed, it was almost like it was a rehearsed line.
Yeah, it's
Like,
just
oh, the
that's how
people.
it felt from
Yeah.
BT. Yeah.
It was definitely a directive from the AFL to make it, to push it as the great thing that. But I enjoyed watching it. It
The
was,
greatest show on earth is how Brian sort of, they landed a man on Mars or something. That's how he carried on about it, for mine anyway. And I thought, just let the people decide whether they really like it. Obviously, the players loved it, and I think it's a good thing. But surely we've got to have more states involved.
yeah. It's going to be, I don't know what they're going to do, but whether they play a couple of games or whether they do like a rolling
You know what I think
winner
they should do?
stays on potentially.
Well, they could, but I think why not have two games? Have like you have Vic, WA, South Australia, and then the Allies. And I know the Allies is a bit of a clumping altogether, but then you play it in some remote area, like let's say Tassie.
Down the road.
Yeah, the Allies, and then it'd be like prelim finals. They play one year, then the next year the winners play for what you could loosely term the champion. Well, not loosely, it would be the
Yeah, I
championship.
like it.
So it rolls over 2 years.
I like it a
You
lot.
like it? All
Yeah,
right.
a
Okay.
big
Well,
pick for
well, I'll
me.
fix that. All
Yeah.
right, AFL, take that up, and
Send an invoice to Deal.
yes, we will.
He's flying to India every second week. You'll be able
Well,
to
I'll
use
probably
some
play the
cash.
final over there.
Yeah, probably. Right, let's talk about the new segment. So, of course, a couple of weeks ago,
Straight away
yeah, we've got to give it.
before the Intra-club.
Yep,
All right.
break it up a
Must
little
be
bit.
big.
It is. So we know a couple of weeks ago, Kane started running with the watch list on Fireball. So I thought
Yeah, come on.
we're going to steal the segment back. So obviously they do pick and stick, but we're going to rebrand it as this or that, which is definitely a name in a bit of workshopping I did on that one.
Yeah.
So let us know your thoughts in the comments. But basically, give you two
So what?
options and you've got to pick one. So two players or two whatever, and you've
Yep.
got to choose one. So it can be, but you'll have some personal bias in there. And to open the curtain and break down the fourth wall for the listeners a little bit, we have argued at length about the first one. So I'm looking forward to hearing your answer, whether it's changed, because it's two absolute champion stalwarts of the club during the 2010s, that one of them being my favourite shin boner of all time. So I look forward to hearing your answer there. You let me
Right.
know
I'm
if you
going to give
agree.
you some credits or flowers, as you like to say. You've stolen a segment from Kane, but at least you've rebranded it. Whereas Kane stole the watch list, which we've been running with for 3 years, and didn't bother rebranding it, just stole
I
it.
think,
So I think there should be an invoice coming from Kane,
yeah,
shouldn't there?
yeah, cheapest man in Australia, just about, I reckon.
Yeah.
So are you ready?
Right. So I've got to pick one or the other. Is that the breakdown of it?
You do.
All
And
right.
you guys at home, let us know your thoughts and who you would pick in this situation. So they're made to be difficult, I will say that. So there's not really a right or wrong answer.
Yep.
So the first few are North players, and it's going to be difficult to choose. It's
Yep.
like picking your favorite kid, which will be
Yep.
me if it was that was your case. But right, so first, Jack Siebel or Ben Cunnington?
Ah, what's this? Just to be in your team.
Yep.
I can't go past Jack.
Oh, I knew you were going to say that. That's okay. Yeah.
He's OG CCC. Well, I love the way he
I think
played.
Shimmer's OG.
Well, he is, but yeah, well, he is. Schimmer started it, and then Jack was certainly in his time the number one in the CCC for his time. I loved it. I love the way he went about it. He hit every contest like it was his last, and hard and chased like Big X reminded me of him yesterday. Big X chasing midfielders, Zach Butter, or not Zach Butters, or whoever it was, out of the midfield.
Chad Warner, I think it
Chad
was.
Warner, like one of the fastest players in the league. Big X is right on his hammer.
He nearly got him too.
Reminded me of when he chased down Fly and Ryan. But that was Jack. He's not the fastest player, but he always chased at 100%, and he hit every contest at 100%, and he had a fair bit of North Jacks with some of his bloody suspensions he copped, which were just good, hard, honest country football type play. So I loved him. You can talk about Cunners like splitting hairs, and I know Cunners probably got more decoration, but Jack was the leader, and through good times, sort of the end of the good times, and then the beginning of the hard
Well,
times.
Shizen.
Yeah, and he spoke very well. He always backed up his coaches, no matter how shit they were. He always, yeah, always ultimate club man, ultimate leader, and ultimate competitor.
Yeah, and like I said before we started the segment, there's no wrong answers. Obviously, Cunner's champion of the club, my
Yeah,
favourite player of all time for the North Melbourne Footy
yeah.
Club, and don't really need to go in detail about his journey and how good a footballer he was. But we'll keep rolling on.
They can't get any tougher than that first one you just gave me because
No.
Carlos is one of my favourites and the best handballer I've seen. And I did see Greg Williams. So any Carlton supporters out there, cop that.
Yeah, I love it. And they're designed to be very difficult. I'm not giving you bloody Liam Anthony and Ben Cunnington. It's
Yeah.
designed to be tough. Drew Petrie or
Yep.
Nathan Thompson.
Drew.
Yeah, that was probably the
Good
easiest one to
swing
list.
man. All Australian. Loved Tomo when he came to the club.
Had the better pipes.
Had the double cobras out, and yeah, but Drew was fantastic.
Right. Adam Simpson or Anthony Stevens?
Oh, that's really tough.
And you're doing, just for the listeners, you're doing this off the cuff. I
Yeah,
didn't show you
really
this
tough.
before.
Oh, I'll go Steve-O. He did everything with a smile on his face, a bit like Elmac. He was tough. He was
You've gone
hard. He
from
was
Steve
everything.
to Elmac. Gee, that's got to
Oh,
get the people going.
I like Elmac. Well, Elmac always smiling.
Yeah.
Steve-O was always smiling, and he was, in under getting bashed.
Bit different skill levels.
Started out as a tagger, run with, and then developed into a champion. As
Right.
did Simo. I love Simo as well, so it's hard, but I'll go with Steve.
George Wardlaw or Finn O'Sullivan?
Georgie boy.
Well, that's a
You
big
don't get
call.
your name on a shirt.
That's a big call.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I love them both. I mean, this is, well, what are you saying? You haven't answered either of the
Well, you
last
haven't
two.
asked for my opinion.
You're reading them out.
I'd go Steve-O and Foss.
Yeah. Well, you go for it.
Yeah. Lord of the Rings
Yep.
or Star Wars?
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
More consistent.
Michael.
Well, not those Hobbit things, though.
No,
I
no,
didn't
no. I
like
was
them.
looking original.
Yeah, no, not the Hobbits. They're crap.
Michael Jordan or LeBron James?
Oh, jeez.
Next question.
That's the easiest one you've ever asked. MJ, for those playing along at home.
Oscar Piastri or Mark Webber?
I think Oscar. Think he's probably a better driver.
Right, that's it. That's so if you've got any ones you'd like us to answer, please send them in. It won't be a weekly segment, but I thought have a bit of fun with that. Speaking of having a bit of fun, we've got our tipping competition coming back on ESPN. Footy tips. You are here displaying the magnificent ring courtesy of our sponsors at SC Rings. This is what the people really want. It's the most coveted prize just about in all footy tipping competitions.
In all footy
Yeah,
tipping
that's not
competitions.
cash money. That's exactly what you want. Just
Look,
get it out for the people here.
I'm not touching it until I win it at the end of the
So
year.
it's got the year on it, footy tipping champion, and then of course, oh, I've got it upside down, but that's it there. It looks magnificent. So thanks to SC Rings for once again sponsoring the comp and the winner.
Third year in a row. Big thanks to them for sponsoring the comp. Everyone sign up. You keep going.
Yeah, the
Tell
link
them how
there.
to.
The link's there, and yeah,
And it's run by the AFL, so I can't guarantee I'll win it. I've been poor on the tipping.
yeah, we both have. It's usually the Frog.
Frog represents. He gets top 10 every year, but this is my year.
Oh,
When North rise, because I tip them every week, I'll rise.
speaking of North, let's better get into some North chat. We are a North.
Yes, we are.
About 20 minutes. Let's talk about the Intra-club. We initially had desired to stream it, but we had a problem. First of all, the club didn't send out a link, and then we had some issues with the streaming. We wanted to get the screen up so people could watch us and the game at the same time. Didn't go as planned, but it's something we'll look at as the year progresses as well. But
You were getting incredibly frustrated.
yeah, I was about to
So-
put my fist through the laptop.
because we missed the first half, but we've watched it since.
Yes,
So
but we've watched it back. So
the whole game's on YouTube if you want to, if you haven't seen it and you want to watch it.
let's talk about some of the key takeaways. Obviously, you perfectly put that it's like dancing with your sister. Intra-clubs, you don't hold a great deal of weight on. For years, we've seen people lighting it up and got excited, but then again, we've got to remember it's against our own side. So when you see mids consistently from the Orange team bursting away, you're thinking, where's the A defensive midfielder?
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So uh, let's talk about some players whose stock rose, and I'll start with Cooper Tremba.
Ah.
How he was in the Orange team and not in the ones, basically. So I should explain for those who didn't see the game. The blue team was basically the A side, wasn't it? Like
Yeah,
that's
it was your potential first round
yeah,
game players
starting lineup.
starting
Yeah.
lineup. I think especially the first quarter, I think they were all your starting 22 or 23.
And it did change as the game went on. But Cooper Trembath, I thought he was sensational and
Yep.
really stamped his claim as to why he must be in the starting 23 coming
Yeah,
down one.
and he's starting the orange, the B team, if you like. And yeah, I was surprised because he's in my best 23. And certainly his stock rose. He went in the ruck. He got a massive clearance where got rucked and then got the loose ball and sprinted forward. He put his knee through CCJ and got the tap. He's got a great leap. He's a he eventually went into the blue team where he belongs, in my opinion, and he covers the ground well as a ruckman. He got back and supported the defence, which I'll talk a bit more about the rucks and what I think they'll do with the new rules and changes. I think there'll be a lot more of that, and he's just a competitor. I love him. He's on the. I'm really liking what I see from the three games, and then this inter-club. I thought he stood out, and his stocks rose even more.
Yeah, another one who stock will continue to rise as the season goes on, but Finn O'Sullivan did some really, really classy things in that game as well and took a hanger,
Yep.
got that leap up. But yeah, his time in the midfield looked sensational and he's so exciting to watch. I've been saying since last year that he could be the best of the lot,
Yep.
and that's only coming looking better and better for me as
Yep.
as time goes on. But yeah, this backs up my claim that I think he by the end of the year he'll be a full-time mid.
Yeah, well, I'm coming off the wing, I
I think
reckon.
he'll be in the starting.
Who's going out?
I think the starting
Who's
line.
going out apart from injury? I think he'll come in for injuries, but touch wood, there's none. Who comes out? George? Elder
Well,
you? Harry?
it's a big year for
Who's
George.
coming
I don't
out?
think George is a bigger lock in the starting lineup as you think. But sorry, starting midfield lineup, not
Yeah, I think
lineup.
that's where he plays his best.
I think it is too. But
Anyway, that's yeah. Finn put on 8 kegs.
yeah,
They said on the
well, they actually revealed it.
yeah. Well, we don't know what his starting point was because the AFL's banned that. But yeah, I don't think they were fat shaming him when they said he put on 8 kegs.
No, it's
I
good.
think it's muscle.
Yeah. Well, there's been a few. Like Harry was pretty vocal about his weight gain as
Yeah,
well.
they said he put on. They didn't say how much, but they said he looked physically bigger and
Taylor
stronger.
Goad, another one. He's put on some weight,
He's another one who started in the. Well, let's talk about CCJ started as the Blue Ruckman.
which raised a lot of
Well,
eyebrows.
Taylor Go beat him easily, I thought. He started as the Orange, and they did swap, and I think CCJ had very limited minutes. I don't know if anyone's put that up or what he played, but he
I
wasn't
think it's hard to
spotted.
track in intra-clubs,
It's
but
very hard, and the commentators are talking more. We're talking to Aidan Core in the fourth quarter and first field in the second, so they're not really commentating.
but from what we saw, not a whole lot of action for the big zombie. Like
No,
he
but
was pretty poor.
I'll give him an out. I reckon it was limited minutes, but you're talking about up or down, or he went down.
His stock fell, yeah,
Yeah,
especially from where he started in that blue side.
yeah.
So another person whose stock rose is Baz's Swaggerman's own Lockie Doverston, the Dove. How good was he?
3 1/4.
And that's what
That's
he
what
can
we've been
do.
looking for from a little tip rat Small. They tend to come in and out of the game just by the nature of the position, but he kicked a point in the first and then three in the second. So yeah,
Just
fantastic. Finished. Didn't
right,
didn't kick points.
get the permanent Sharpie out and write him on the whiteboard as a forward pocket because that's where he'll be for the next
Yeah.
12 years.
Well,
So may as well just leave it.
interesting when they compare him, as everyone does, to Nick Watson. They said that he's got far better endurance, but not as much explosiveness, power.
Yeah, okay. There you
Yeah,
go.
so that was first field who said that. Comparing him in their under 18 years. So yeah, I'm looking who's the Hawthorn vice captain who gets up and back and
Dylan Moore.
yeah, maybe his sort of role, but more dynamic, I think. I don't think Moore's that dynamic. He gets the most frees for high tackles in the
He
league.
does. Let's talk about another player who was sensational Friday, sorry, and that is Matt Whitlock. 5 goals for Witters
Yep.
and really pressing his claim to be in consideration for round one selection as a key forward.
Yes. Yeah, he was really good. Did he kick 5 straight? I think he might have. I could be. I'll stand corrected if I'm wrong, but he got a few free kicks. Some from the big shotgun who needs to probably learn a bit more craft. But yeah, he was really good. And we'll go to the forwards.
Yeah.
If you look at the forwards from the blue, like our best forwards, they all were really good. Like Darling wound back the clock a bit.
What
I
a
mean, he
start.
was good last year. Don't get me wrong, but he went back to prime form too in the first 3 minutes
Do you
for
know
the
why?
blue team.
Because he got to play against our backline. That's why it looks so
Well,
good.
yeah, maybe he was playing. Yeah, VFL defenders, but yeah, he was good. And what I like about him is very much like Nick Larkey. Anywhere inside 40, he's pretty deadly. He
Mm.
doesn't waste. lot of he makes the most of his opportunities. He was really good. We've already spoken about Trent Bath. Fantastic. Like just like put him in permanent marker
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned. The best 23 shotters. Winners. He was fantastic. He played all game with the Orange team, forward all game, kick five. He couldn't do much more
No.
when you're playing for the B team, playing for the sisters. Who else was I? PC. Your man, PC was really good. He went on to the Orange team in the second or third quarter, maybe the second
Yeah.
quarter. He spent a lot of time on the Orange team and he brought some heat. He cleaned up your man, Lockie Davison, on a tackle, maybe a little bit high, and then Robbie Hanson Jr.
Yeah, he smashed
thought
him.
he'd have a bit of time and PC bang straight into him. And even Joey Montana was like, "Oh, he's back, boy. There's no easing back. I like it. This is competitive.
Yeah.
You want to beat your mate.
Well, he's back for the last 5 years.
Yeah,
Like, let's make it happen. Let's get going.
yeah." So PC was really good, dynamic forward. Your man, the Bull, he was really good. Nick Larkey did what Nick Larkey does. He was good. I'm
Just
really excited about the forward line.
Yeah, so am I. So dynamic. And just on my man, the Bull, it's good to see him getting some form in early because we know that he can tend to be a bit of a slow
Oh,
starter
yeah,
till about round
him
six.
and
Him and
Bailey
Bailey started.
Scott.
Well, he didn't start at all last year. He went backwards.
Yeah, but
But
even when they've been good, they've waited to about round eight to
mm,
start really bringing their best form. So yeah, good signs from the Bull and the forward line. The midfield looked shorter. They didn't just kick it a larky all day. I loved it.
it
But
was,
that's why PC, these players got good looks because people were actually lowering their eyes and looking to them when they had a bit of time and space.
yeah, better kicks in the midfield also
Mm.
helps. And let's talk a little bit about the midfield battle because someone who really stood out as a bolter for round one on the orange side was Luke Urquhart, highlighted by a great running goal from 50 with the always looks better with the surfy
Yeah,
blonde hair with the headband on. And
yeah.
gee, he really impressed.
Yeah, we can get rid of the headband or we can go down the highway to Geelong.
I think you
We'll
can have
step
one.
in.
You don't.
Yeah, well, yeah, they'll be out of headbands down there. But yeah, he looked good. Kicking is a bit of a question. But that long goal broke out of the centre, ran away from Parker and LDU and 55 out straight through the middle. Fantastic.
I like it. You stopped to take a drink, so I'll continue on. But
Throat's getting a bit dry.
yeah, it was an interesting battle, wasn't it? Like she's just,
Does what she does.
I don't know what else. We're gonna have to talk about him all year. I don't know what we can say that we haven't already said. He's just an incredible footballer.
Yeah,
Makes everything look easy.
yeah. Yeah, I think he just cruised around and did what he does. He didn't have to.
The biggest thing with the intra-club is there was no reported injuries, which is the
No.
biggest thing you want. And we saw with Tom Green for the Giants doing his ACL, was suspected ACL, which is horrible for him. And that's just your worst fear of an intra-club. Like, yes, you want to see the positive signs, you want to see players get a look at them in different positions and whatnot. But the biggest thing you want is to get away with your health. And it appears, touch wood, that we have from our first hit out.
Yeah. Let's talk about some. Oh, we'll keep going the positives. Backline. Stocks up or down? Griff Logue.
Up.
Up. He was
Yeah,
really good.
it was.
Playing that back shoulder or man on man and coming off at the right time and getting intercept marks.
I think it was
His
only going
ball
to.
use was good. I've never really knocked his ball use, but it was good. I thought his stocks were up. I thought Chom was really good. Just courageous Chom as normal. Had one shocking across the
No,
ground,
wasn't even him.
unnecessary turnover that cost us a goal, and he wasn't the only one.
Nope.
Far better users did the same thing, and we'll talk about them in the negatives. But
Just on
I
low.
thought Chom's marking was good, and apart from that one error, I thought he was good.
Just on Logue, that's only going to benefit him, this simpler back shoulder
Yeah,
game plan, because I think a lot of the time we saw where he was poor last year, he was just confused or caught out in the mid, not knowing whether to go or guard space, and quite often they'd just kick it to his opponent and he'd get
yeah.
angry.
Well, Aidan Core, who commentated or was in the commentary box for the last quarter, said they put it to him the back shoulder or the reference off your man defence, which we're going to, and he said it was good to have the high press when your midfield's dominating, but as soon as they're not, you just found out to way too easily and scored way too easily against. And hello, well, what's that for the last 4 or 5 years, haven't we? Where we can be 5 goals up, and 10 minutes later we're 2 goals down because they kicked 7 in a row against us. And when it's a real horror, like when we played Geelong last year, when they dominate the midfield most of the game, that's a 100-point loss.
I've tried to put that game out of my
I know I'm bringing it
mind.
up. I'm bringing it up so we don't lose reality.
All right, let's talk about
But
a
yeah,
match maligned player in Caleb Daniel. Obviously had that shocking kick out to start the game. What did you think of his game overall?
overall I'll give him a tick. But
Stocks up, down, or
uh,
stay the same?
stay the same. But I did like his work rate. Like he was working to receive the handball. He got the ball much further up the ground, which we like, around that heart, right outside the arcs, or the defensive arc, where the grounds are wider and he's got more space to hit that 30-metre kick. He missed a couple of them. And I know it was windy, but you shouldn't be missing a 30-metre kick at his skill level. And you can say the wind can affect the drop of the ball, but he's not dropping it very far. It's not like
It's not Big Goaty,
it's
dude.
not big goaty. Yeah, so a bit disappointing, but it is well, it's not round one. It's a month from round one, or 3 weeks or whatever it is. So it's the first hit out with a bit of intent.
We'll get
So
to
he's got a
that.
bit of work to add. He had a shocking turnover that cost a goal. As did, well, we'll talk about those now, will we?
Yep.
Yeah. Another good user, Stevens, kicked it straight to PC when he was playing for Orange, and he ran in for a goal. And he was looking for Daniel, a short kick out in the full free kick in the back pocket, and just it's not good enough. Because I reckon, he had one, Daniel had one, Chom had one. There's 3 goals. You can't give teams 3 goals, and that was against our B team. So if we're doing it against a team that's actually better than us or as good as us, it's going to be
Worse than
worse.
that, yeah.
Yeah,
That is concerning, and we'll get a better picture of that this Friday against the D's when
yeah,
we play a different, a different outfit.
yeah, absolutely. So yeah, well, it is. I accept that it's early, but we've seen it for the last 5 or 6 years where these unforced skill errors cost us goals. And
We
we're going to try and restrict teams to, say, 12 goals a game. You can't be giving 3 away. It's almost one a quarter.
mm.
That just puts you too far back. There's always going to be one, but you want one every 3 weeks, not one a quarter.
And with the rising skill level of our best side, you'd be hoping that they'd be beating the Orange team comfortably, but it just
Yeah.
doesn't happen every year.
It's a bit like last year.
Yeah,
And then what happened? We played Melbourne, didn't we, last year? Again in the match sim?
was that last year, or the year before we got
I
built?
think it was last year because Tommy Campbell actually did a pretty good one of the few times X got beaten.
Mm.
Oh, X I don't think was trying that hard, but Tommy Campbell is
Hey,
95. Oh, true. Yeah, thank you.
he only has one gear, the big
Yeah,
X.
he does. He does. So he's had an off day. Um, but yeah, Melbourne beat us comfortably.
Mm.
And that was a big eye opener. Like we thought we were rising last year, and then we came up against Melbourne. So hopefully we've got to beat Melbourne next week.
Oh yeah, 100%. And then we'll get to the following week against Collingwood, but
Well, I think we've
you
got to
want a
beat them
strong
too.
showing, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Let's talk a bit. The only positions we haven't really covered, the wings. What were your thoughts on how they impacted the game?
Well, we tried to go through the middle centre corridor, so I think they were left out of the game a bit. I think they did their role. I mean, well, you've spoken about Foss. He did pretty well. Jai, I've noticed Jai a few times. So
Wasn't awesome.
no, but I think the wingers held their width well, but we were trying to go corridor.
Yeah.
So that's great. They hold their width, but they're not being used.
One thing that's concerning about our lineup in general that we saw, yes, last night was a bit of an exhibition sort of free-flowing game, but what really was highlighted, you saw the amount of run and carry that was generated from half back. Lockie Ash was named the EJ Whitten medalist. He was awesome off halfback, driving with his legs and creating that over the top of the zone.
Yep.
Then you look at our lineup, and you've got Caleb Daniel who can kick it 35 max.
He doesn't carry zones.
Exactly.
He'll be safe option kick mostly. I've criticised him for missing some, but
you've got Colby who's exactly that sort of player, and
Yep.
there's a reason why he has to stay at half back. But then you look outside of that, and the other players in the back line, like Elmac, he's not a precision kicker. He'll
No.
kick it 50 metres down the line. Chom has far too many turnovers.
Yep.
Toby Pink, he's just a handball.
Well, he was pretty safe yesterday,
Yeah,
but
but he's not
he
gonna.
doesn't give you any
No.
dynamic out of it. But
So this is why we need the likes of Goda and Co to really
yeah,
come on because
it's all down to
we saw last year that if Colby got tagged mid-game,
yeah,
the running carry out of the defence was non-existent, and I think it will happen more this year. I think sides
yeah. That's
will
why.
see that, and I reckon most weeks. Here's my hot tip for you this year: they'll put a defensive forward, so like a JK from us, for example, JK Constanti,
Yep.
will go to Colby to nullify his run.
Well, JK did the job on the EJ with the medalist last year, didn't he?
He did,
So
and did it well. So
yeah,
I
did
think,
it very well. But that's a great point because it all comes from the half back line, and that's why I want two Colbys there or Colby like. And a big Stiffy Hardeman has to rise even more. He had a good rise last year, but he has to rise. So if they do tag Colby, maybe we can switch him to a wing, use Hardeman.
another option that I
Well,
think,
Colby can probably outwork a tag, but not be the first, like just have to really work him over. Or we can obviously put Foss back there as well and maybe use him more as a user, where he's more a lockdown last year when he was at halfback.
yeah, I agree with that. That's where I was going to go next. But also, it was mentioned in an interview with Harry that he
Yes.
still expects to float between the three positions. So that's where I think it worked well last year at times where Clarko threw him back for a quarter
Yep.
when we were struggling to move the ball out of defence,
Yep.
and you'd put Harry back there. He'd have 15 touches, and he'd work his magic, and the flow on would be better, and
Yep.
then release Colby for the following quarter
Yep.
because they were concerned about Harry. So I think, yeah, there's got to be plans in place because football in today is the score is so heavily generated from defensive
Yep. Let's
half and
transition. Let's
transition.
turnover then transition. Yeah.
So that's my only concern
So
is,
we've got to be able to turn the ball over because too often last year, because of our defensive setup, we didn't turn it over. They just mark, kick goal. Or kick it into space, they'd be first back. So now we've got let's just call it the back shoulder defence. If we can read a better market, or at worst, bring it to ground and give ourselves a 50-50 chance of recovering it and then bouncing from there.
yeah. So that's my big concern is um, when we get repeat inside 50s against us in the defence, not having anyone be able to break the lines because it doesn't matter how good your back line is. If you cop repeat entries,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
in big trouble,
Yeah.
especially when our back line would be in the bottom four in the comp.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my concern. Yeah, we can't just have players just bombing it down the line in today's footy, hoping for the best. So
Yeah.
that's why I wouldn't mind even Tom Powell at times. We saw him off half back. He's not necessarily that game breaking pace, but I think he's a really good kick of the footy when he
Yeah.
has time and space.
Yeah. I agree. What did you think of his game?
I thought he was pretty solid.
Yeah, I thought he was.
I wouldn't.
I didn't notice him as much, so I'd like to. We'll see how it goes this week.
I think he's another one with sort of CCJ. Like how much game time did they
Yeah,
play?
yeah,
What
no,
role
no,
did they
that's
play?
right.
It's
And
hard for us who aren't at the ground.
yeah,
Obviously, for
well,
those who might be new to the pod, we're from Tasmania,
yeah,
so we would be there if we could, but unfortunately, there's a big ditch in the
I'll be
way.
there to every training session if I lived in Melbourne.
Yeah,
That's
you're a
how
proper nuffy.
I'm a proper passionate supporter.
Any other thoughts on the game before we
Time permitting, obviously.
wrap that up?
No, look, it sort of it reminds me too much of last year. So I want to see a big effort against Melbourne, and I expect us to beat Melbourne. All the talk is that Max and X aren't going to play, so that evens that out. Melbourne have any? Oh, they had Rivers. He mightn't play. Who else did they have in the
Cozzy?
Cozzy? Yeah, so we should beat them. But
Yeah.
I think I said that last year, and
One year,
they comfortably
it was
beat
either
us.
last year or the year before. They had like their thirds in.
Yeah,
And
no, it was
we just
last year.
beat them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it was
was a
terrible.
VFL team,
Yeah. It was
and
Clayton Oliver in the VFL.
well, they will be windy. You think it was windy at Arden Street? I mean, we don't live in Melbourne. I've never been to Casey Fields, but every football game I've watched there,
Every time we play
it's,
AFLW
it's
there, it's
blowing a gale.
going back
So
over our head.
that'll test the skills. But anyway,
And there's a new
it's the same for both teams.
exactly right, And there's a new mini show that you're going to bring to us.
Oh,
this
yeah.
coming Wednesday. Do you want to tell the listeners about that?
Well, you came up with the idea, and I'm going to pinch your name, take a leaf out of the cane, your idea, whiteboard Wednesday. So I've got a whiteboard, and I'm just ranking all our players in position. And you'll only be able to watch it on YouTube because you've got to actually watch it. It's a visual medium. So it
So
won't be on Spotify or any of the others. So another reason to subscribe or just be a short, sharp sort of segment or go for as long as we debate things. I give it Jack Zeeble versus Ben Cunnington. I might go for 3.5 hours.
but it's basically a depth chart. You've ranked the
Yeah,
positions.
depth chart, like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that'll be an interesting one. I really haven't taken notice of it, so I
No.
want to sort of have the
Well, I
element of
want you,
surprise
yeah, so I'm going to
and
give
to
you the,
live react.
yeah, live react and hot debates. And I did it in January, but it's been a bit of a packed schedule. You haven't allowed me to bring it to the people.
No, I've been holding it because we've
You've
got
been
that.
holding it.
So that'll be coming on Wednesday, either Wednesday or Thursday. That'll drop, but we'll be recording it on Wednesday. And then next weekend is the big one, and that's where there's lots to be won. Bit of pride on the line. We've
Ah,
got our crystal ball predictions. We'll be predicting everything, all your usual sort of awards, ladder positions, and then a few North ones. But what we like the most about doing that is when we get the listeners sending in your suggestions of what we should predict. So please leave them in the comments, message the pod, whatever way you want to get it in. But we look forward to reading those. And some, like for example, from last year, we had predict who's going to kick more goals out of Curtis and Zerha,
yep.
and
PC for mine.
yeah, Zerha for me.
Okay.
And
We're one different already.
those sort of questions. Then we had a few gag ones as well, like how many times is Nick Larky going to play with his hair? And
Yep.
still,
Infinity.
if you were keeping stats on that, you'd still be doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, send those questions in. We really appreciate it. Like, subscribe, tell a friend about the show. We love doing it, and we love you loyal boners out there who continue to support us. And yeah,
Yep.
we apologise again about the live stream, but we thought we'd get a pod out to give our initial thoughts and talk about a few other things as well
Have you got the
today.
boffins in to work out how to do it? You got IT.
I think so.
We
I
need some
think
IT support.
yeah. The only problem is when you get in season, like we can. If people wanted it, like
Mm.
we could record ourselves watching it, but you've got copyright stuff with
Yeah.
KO, and then because we're not never on bloody Channel 7,
Yeah.
it's always on KO. So there's too
Yeah.
much sort of legal stuff there, copyright stuff. So
Yeah, we'd need the 7 second delay, I reckon, if we were watching it live,
yeah,
wouldn't
well,
we? Like a real match, a
oh my,
match for premiership points live.
yeah. Look, there's a few things that you say that can't take back if they're on the live stream, Joe. You'd be
Yes.
everyone's dropped by quarter time.
Yes.
But no, very good. All right, thank you again for tuning in. Thanks, Chief, for jumping on once again.
Okay, yeah, no, I think I'm fairly permanent in this
Well,
PRR.
yeah,
You've
you
tried
are.
to kick me out, but I refuse. The fact we do it at my house gives me rights,
That's exactly right.
hosting rights, co-host. You promoted me to co-host last
I
year,
did. Yeah. Well,
but you run the show.
yes. All right, that's us. Enough waffle to finish off the show. Thanks
Yep.
again for tuning in. Until next time,
Carnakangas.
Gurus.